Hi guys, this is Crystal. Welcome to my Challenge 1 Top 30 NYX Professional Makeup Face Awards video. Our theme, what does the power of makeup mean to you? Wow, what a loaded question. I suppose to many the power of makeup probably means concealing scars, correcting skin tone, or enhancing the beauty that a person already has. For me, the power that makeup holds is completely different. Here's some examples of me with makeup. Awkward close-up. Don't judge. I admit I don't use makeup for any noble causes, but instead it's sort of a temporary escape from the stresses of the real world. I have found that makeup can turn me into a completely different person. Well, at least on the outside. I can turn my plain Jane face into a Jedi, a girl with special powers, a talk show host, a superhero, or anything else I want to be for a few hours. Given enough time and the right tools, I can even make myself completely unrecognizable to my own mother by altering my features with just makeup. My looks aren't perfect. Sometimes they don't turn out anything like I hoped. But I had fun, and I probably learned something in the process. I know that at the end of the day, the makeup will wash off. I won't have any superhuman abilities. And I will be left with just myself, and I'm okay with that. To me, makeup should be fun. It should make you smile, and even better, it should make someone else smile. And to me, that's the power of makeup. Let's do something based on my favorite zombie hunter. Let's start with the NYX Angel Veil Primer. Then even out that skin with the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. Bring up a reference picture of your favorite zombie hunter. Yeah, Norman Reedus is my favorite. We aren't going to look exactly like him, but we will try to mimic some of his features. Using the Highlight and Contour Cream Pro Palette, carve out that jawline. Using the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Finishing Powder, powder it up. Now using the Highlight and Contour Pro Palette, I slim out my face on the sides just a little bit. Now using the NYX Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade in Blonde and Brunette, I contour my nose starting up at the top near my eyes. Now using the NYX Professional Makeup Epic Ink Liner, I try and shape my nostrils similar to his. And now taking the cream highlighter from the Cream Contour Palette, I highlight the areas that appear highlighted in my reference picture. I use some of that brow pomade again underneath my eyes to start some circles. Then it's time to blend. And using more of that pomade, we're going to try and contour that bulbous nose down just a bit more. I use the NYX matte eyeshadows in Betrayal and Tryst for some facial wrinkles underneath the eyes, between the nose and mouth, around the eyes. Blend them out a little bit. I used the NYX Micro Contour Duo Pencil in Light to do some highlighting. And then I also used some of the cream highlighter as well. And blend away. Then I used the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Ash Brown to try and make a similar eyebrow shape. I used lip liners in Bed Rose and Intimidate to try and make my lips a little smaller. I started on some facial hair with the Brunette Brow Pomade. Use those matte eyeshadows for some deep face wrinkles. And then highlight those wrinkles and blend. Darken up some of those wrinkles just a little bit. And how about 2 little moles? I used the Micro Brow Pencil in Ash Brown for some more facial hair. Don't forget to make some funny faces. Touch up those nostrils. Here I go back and forth, darkening up wrinkles, highlighting, and blending everything out several times over until I am happy with how much my changed features stand out. I add small wrinkles around the eyes and go over my brows again. Just keep shading, highlighting, blending, adding wrinkles here and there until you look as rough as you really want. Put your hair up, make it messy, and either use colored hairspray, or I actually just used water-based face paint and painted my hair. Here I am doing my best to use a black liner to outline a black leather vest and a gray shirt underneath. I also used some face paint to try and give my arms a more muscular look. I then filled in the vest black and the shirt with some black and white to mix and make a gray. Use some white face paint to highlight and add texture to the vest. Use black to outline the shirt seam and some stitching, and maybe make a little button down there at the bottom. I wanted part of my zombie hunter to look like he was from a comic book. I love the look of comics that are black and white with just small pops of color. I painted a white shoulder with a thick black outline and made some hatch marks along the edges. The hair went up and I used a white face paint around the edge of my face and filled in the rest of my chest. I made the brush strokes stand out so they look like a jagged edge where the paint ended. I decided to make that comic side dressed in a gray tank top, and I used bold lines to contour my forehead, cheekbone, jaw, neck, ear, and collarbone. I added a bit of hair and part of an eyebrow. I used thick white lines to highlight. There's no rules here, so just play around and figure out what you think looks the neatest. Make sure that white face paint is thick for those highlights. I used some white lines to add texture to the shirt and then went back and made little black hatch marks along all those bold contour lines. I did some black lines for texture on the shirt as well. And don't forget to outline the contours of your ears. And you're done. I didn't film it, but I added some bright red blood drips from my temple and collarbone on the comic side with red water-activated face paint. I love how it contrasts with the black and white. Now go freak out your kids or husband and have fun for a bit before you wash it off. Maybe send a selfie to your grandma. Remember, it's just makeup, and have fun.